the Apotheorasis demo. When you're ready to begin, plug in some stereo headphones, left and right is important, and press either enter or start. The game you're about to play is a first-person 3D action adventure with some light shooting, and while the controls are like most games in that genre, there will be no graphics or visual interfaces of any kind. The sounds around you will be your only means of figuring out where you are and what you can do next, so listen closely. Now close your eyes, lean back, and enjoy the darkness.
I like it so much when you drive it in the rain. I remember this road trip we have done. I don't remember the place, the name of the place exactly. Oh my god!
Oh shit. All 4 of them are fucking dead. Better get out of here now.
Come on, stay with me. Nurse, BP's dropping. Get the paddles ready.
Easy there, easy. You've been in an accident and we're here to help. Please, follow my instructions. You've lost your sight and your vocal cords have been badly damaged. So first, let's establish a way of communicating, yeah? This device will help. It's a small ring with a scroll wheel on it. Scroll up for yes, down for no. Do you understand?
Yes.
Good. This next part is very important. Your outer ear was damaged during the crash. These headphones are the latest creation of the Deus Proxima research company. They're even better than the real thing. Here, try them out. Can you hear me from your right?
Yes.
Okay, that's a relief. Can you hear me from your left?
Yes.
Lovely, just lovely. As you know, we salvaged what we could from your original body and replaced what we couldn't. Let's get you up and running, literally. Look to your left. Nice. Look to your right. Okay. Now, listen to my watch and walk away from me. Now, listen to my watch and walk away from me. Perfect! Now come back over here. Follow the sound of my watch. Now come back over here. Follow the sound of my watch. Excellent. Now, stand still for a second. Catch your breath. This next step is exhilarating. See, we took the liberty, I took the liberty, of making you something more than what you were. You should be able to manifest a telekinetic blast just by visualizing it. Here, try shooting at me. Oh, don't worry, I've got my defenses. Shoot me, I'm right in front of you. Good blast. Shoot a few more. I promise not to move. You need to turn around, I'll be in front of you. You need to turn around, I'll be in front of you. keep blasting me. I'm right in front of you. Ah, yes. Look at that power. The engineers of Deus Proxima did a marvelous job. Okay, now my turn. Oh, don't worry, I won't hurt you. I'd never hurt someone who didn't deserve it. Put up your shield now. It's the opposite of your blast. Keep your shield up longer. Oh, that felt good. And look at that. Not a scratch on you. You're literally a god. I think you're ready to play a bit. This time I won't be standing still though. Listen, aim, and shoot at me. Impressive, but I wanna make sure it wasn't just luck. Again, focus and blast me. You can do even better. Again, blast me. Aim and blast me. You missed. Aim and blast me. Good, good. Now, let's take the gloves off, shall we? See if you can break my defenses before I kill you. You missed. And I had such high hopes.
Training failed. Reload checkpoint.
Yes.
Now, let's take the gloves off, shall we? See if you can break my defenses before I kill you. You missed. You missed. Ah, thrilling, just thrilling. You're a work of art, you know that? A god incarnate. Deus Proxima at its finest. You can relax now. We've got fun times ahead of us. I need you to sit for a second. Sit. Of course, you may be wondering why a civilian needs telekinetic powers, but we'll get to that. For now, I need to ask you a few questions to understand your mental state. Some legal stuff first. Do you consent to the collection and processing of your data in order to help us improve your experience?
No.
Right, noted. Let me turn this off then. I'll be asking you a set of 5 questions. Let me start you off with an easy one. Do you like the quadrupedal, fluffy creatures named dogs?
Yes.
Oh, well, I don't. You're weird. How about gods? All-powerful, almighty beings. Do you like those?
Yes.
Oh, me too. I've been creating them for the past century or so. Now some difficult ones. Are you a dog? You know, like woof woof.
No.
Perfect, perfect. No identity misalignment. Next question. Are you an almighty god?
No.
Ooh, no. That's the wrong answer, dear. I'll file it as a yes. Don't tell anyone. Final question, if the man responsible for your accident was in front of you and showed no remorse whatsoever for what he had done to you and your family, would you kill him?
Evil playthrough.
Yes. That's the correct answer. Now let's see you be true to your word. Bring him in.
Who are you people? Where are you taking me? Let me go. I've done nothing wrong.
Oh, so you've done nothing wrong, have you? So you didn't crash into this poor soul's car. You didn't destroy the happy family they had. No, you're innocent, right? Well, that's for the gods to decide. Go on, my child. Deliver your justice to this sinner. Blast him dead. Well, try again. Don't let a little headache stop you.
Do it if you must. I know I'm innocent.
So, what about this one?
Vocal cords destroyed, third-degree burns on the eyes and ears, bad, still breathing.
And is that a problem for you, my dear doctor?
Risky. It's too risky. But I've got to make ends meet. Okay, I'll do it. But I want double.
Greedy little devil. You have a deal. I'll wire it to the usual account.
What do you do with all
Oh, let's pretend you never asked that. For your sake. You can't even shoot a single person? I have no use for flaccid guards. Guards!
Stop resisting. You're making this worse on yourself.
Throw them below to B3. I'll dissect them both in the morning.
Thank you for playing the Apotheorasis demo. If you enjoyed yourself, hit that wishlist button on Steam in order to be notified of the full release. It will be a 2-hour-long experience meant to put your newfound blind skills to the test, offer answers to your questions, and leave you with more questions in need of answers. See you soon.
Yeah, funny guy. Alright, so some demo, right? I hope you enjoyed it. And now it's time for a few questions that I unfortunately don't have access to the chat. Like I can't read. Actually, you can't seem to type in the chat in the Steam Fest. At least that's what most people I've talked to that try to do this stuff have been telling me. So I've got them to send me their questions in another channel. When is the release date? Well, Apotheosis is set to release on February this year, so that's in 4 months, 5 months. Well, I'm a solo dev, so sometimes when delays happen, there isn't much I can do. There is not like 10 of us that, one of us can push a little bit harder. Usually though, because I've been developing games for the past decade, I am pretty much on track when it comes to deadlines and estimations. That being said, I will not rush the game. If I see for whatever reason that the release date is not feasible, I'll take Miyamoto's word and go with the delayed but good game as opposed to the rushed and forever bad game. What genre is the final product going to be? That's a really, really good question. Well, Apotheosis is gonna be a story-rich, first-person, atmospheric thriller. That means that the core mechanic will be moving around the 3D space. It will be action-focused, pretty much. You'll have sequences where you have to like dodge traps, or like there's a CCTV camera going and you have to listen to that and either disable it with a blast or risk the alarm going off. If you don't want to do the stealthy approach, that's gonna bring a few guards to you. You're gonna have a shootout. Maybe that's what you're into and that's what you're looking for. So I'm trying to figure out flexibility and offer like options. So it's gonna have some shooting elements, some thriller elements in the narrative. Picture like a bit of dark humor, Portal style. The world, the characters do remind maybe of Bioshock, and the gameplay, I think the best way to describe it would be picture Splinter Cell, but much easier with your eyes closed though. So that's the direction I'm going with right now. And hopefully as you join the community, you wishlist the game and you join Discord, basically you'll be able to give me feedback on the demo that you play, and I'll be able to adapt based on that. I'm very much into co-development with the community. Will this be the final quality of voiceovers? No, dears. I would love to be in the final game, but most likely I won't be. Oh, fuck. That's enough. So, I can't keep doing this forever. What the benefit of acting as the main character in this stage of development brings me is that I can tweak lines on the fly, I can see what feels natural to say, I can change segments of the gameplay and adapt the voice lines without having to get anyone like to come re-record and then slash my budget again and again and again, leaving me with pennies to throw at the final takes. So instead, I'll keep doing the voice acting until the script is final, and I'll be revisiting the script, revising it as we go with the community around the game. When it's at the place where I'm happy, I'll invest some money and get the talent that this game needs. Unless for whatever reason you have grown attracted to my voice by then and you want it in the game. I don't know, I can't blame you. Okay, so jokes aside, is there going to be a moment in the game when there will be graphics? No, I do not think so. I think that I'll stick to the tagline of no graphics, no visual interfaces of any kind. The only exception I'm considering at this point is subtitles. I don't want even the menus to be there, to be honest. I like this idea that you're on the same, you're having the same experience as a blind person when it comes to playing this game. I like that this evens the playing field, even if it's just for like 2 hours. I think that it's a nice connected experience between you're literally not getting any more information than they are, and I think that's a nice thing once in a while. That being said, subtitles is something I am considering, as it would open up the game to people who are not native speakers and would need subtitles to follow the story. Do you picture having extra languages in the game? Yes, that is something I'm considering. I will focus all my efforts on the English version for now until it is in a state where I'm happy with it. That being said, if the game goes well and I see there is interest for other languages, I'll be happy to look into that. In the meantime, if in the community there are people who are talented enough in their own language, Russian, French, Portuguese, Italian, anything that they think would be interesting to have as a community, they can record and send me the files, and I'll be super happy if it's to a certain quality to package it as a free DLC and leave it to the community as an option until the time where I can provide a full localization. Where did the title Apotheosis come from? It's a Greek word, or it's not a Greek word. It's made up of Greek words because I'm Greek. Kalispera. What I can do at this point is explain what the parts mean, and you piece them together, and maybe you play the full experience to get a better understanding of where I'm coming from. Apotheosis, theos means God. Apotheosis means to reach divinity, to reach godhood, either for yourself or for someone else. Orasi is sight. So apotheorasis is basically a pun on gaining divinity, gaining your sight, or losing your sight, or getting divinity through sight, or any of this mix. And as I said, the idea is that this will become a bit clearer, not too much, but a bit clearer while you play the main game. Is it going to be heavy game, storage-wise, and is it going to have a recommended RAM specification? I doubt it. The entire game, even if it has 10 times the content that the demo has right now, is estimated to be maybe a half gigabyte download, maybe take a full giga in your SSD. I really can't see it going more than that for a 2-hour audio-only experience. So loading this into RAM would take less than that, right? Like a gigabyte of RAM, 2 gigabytes, so that you can run your system in parallel. I am picturing that anything of the last decade, laptop, PC, toaster, will be able to run this game without troubles. That being said, if you run into any issues with frame rates, spiky audio, whatever technical stuff, let me know immediately and I'll look into it. What will be the price of the game? That depends on an earlier question. What will be the final quality of the game? If the English version gets to a standard which I have in mind right now, it's gonna be priced at about $10. If the quality standard is what I have in mind, I think it would be worth even a bit above that. If it doesn't make it to that level, because, as I said, solo independent developer, things come up, I've been considering dropping it to under 10. Not a lot under, but that's the rough baseline, and as we go forward, I'll have more info. Will there be an early access, and if so, when? Yes, early access, if there's gonna be an early access, it's gonna be in the last couple of months of development, just as a means of either getting some last final playtesting done on the script before I outsource the voice acting, or it's gonna be not an early access. That's the main thing I'm thinking for early access right now. I can't decide this at the moment, and I'm happy I don't have to. I'll be, of course, providing updates as we go to the community, and we'll be discussing this in the coming months. Is this game designed mainly for blind people? No, it is definitely aimed to be accessible by blind people, and I would love to have people who can't see in the community so that they can share their experiences with the game and outside the game as well. I don't have that many connections with people who are blind, so to be honest, I'm making something to the best of my ability, not having to live with not being able to see. That is not a light thing to do. I would be very much honored if I could have in my community people who don't see but would love to play video games, and they see this, an audio game basically, as a way of doing that. There are many other audio games, not many, but there are a few to be precise. Some of them commercially successful, others not so well known, but I think adding to this pile of games is something that could bring a lot of joy to some people who don't have that many titles to play. To my knowledge, they don't have a audio or visually impaired friendly first person shooter to play at this point, so maybe that's gonna be a first. Final question, does this game require any particular gaming skills or is it also for beginners? I do most of my accessibility testing with my parents. They will find the most crazy places to get stuck in, to have questions about, okay, but how do I turn left and right? Okay, so I do baby proofing based on that. I do improve the accessibility a lot because of that, but so far I am assuming that the player is going to have some degree of familiarity with either blind navigation, being a blind person, or first person shooting games, being someone who is sighted and has already played a few first person or even one first person shooting game, so that it helps them with the visualization. I think these would be not requirements, but would make the learning curve easier. Of course, it doesn't have to be easy. If you're first time playing any game and want to get into this, awesome, I would love to hear your experience. Are there any more questions? No, there are no more questions because the chat isn't working. So, with that, I will leave you and follow up with me on Discord. Do wishlist the game and do play the demo. There is a questionnaire at the end. The demo takes you there automatically. I'll be super thrilled to have you as part of this, and see you soon.